Good day, everyone. I am Mary May Alberto, and I will tackle the core of social work values. So, first is the social work profession is rooted in a set of core values. So, ang profession ni social work is may connection man or naghalin man sa set of core values. So, the unique purpose of social work is enhancement of social functioning of people, and its perspective are founded on these core values. For tama balaan ang mga core values, we must know first what is core and what is values. So, core, it is the central or innermost part of anything. So, diri naghalin ang tanan sa core. So, the most important part as of matter, just like sa mango and apple that contains the seeds. Um, the seeds of mango and apple is makonsider ta as a core. Kaysa seeds sang apple kag mango, dira naghalin ang tanan or dira nag-start ang tanan. Kay kung wala sang seeds, wala sang apple kag mango. So, core is the discussion, the essence, central, basic, main, and the core values and core knowledge. Value. Value means how we value those things or paano ta mapahalagahan niya isa ka bagay. So, our values are the source of our attitudes and determine our relationship with people. Isa ka word nga values is how we interact with other people. Kung paano naton ipakita ang aton attitude sa ibang nga tao. So, our value is came from our attitude. Again, core is different from values. Core ang ginahalinan sa tanan, while values is how we interact with other people and how we value those things. Okay, let's proceed to the core values of social work. So these values are reflected in the profession's code of ethics, which is the written expressions of principles and rules of conduct for the guidance of the professional group. So these values also guide the unwritten norms of conduct and behavior of practitioners. Okay, the first core values of social work is service. So social work primary goal is to help people in need and to address social problems. Yes, tanan kita ano na kanato na do nakatatak na sa aton nga isip kay kung ato nga teacher pamangkuton ka nga nag social work ka kay ginahambal mo di ba to help people in need. So sa service ko no, above self-interest. Kinanglan na una pa ang pagserbisyo kesa sa imo nga self-interest. Halimbawa, nagplano ang imo nga family nga ma-outing ka mo. Then, may naagto nga client sa imo nga balay kay need sa hindi I mean last may nagtawag nga may client ka nga daw need na gid bulik sa subong. Then napilion mo ang serbisyo or ang self-interest mo with your family. Siyempre, unahon mo gid ang serbisyo kay nakasulat din nga service above self-interest. So, it is an act giving assistance or advantage to another. It's professional aid. So, as a future social worker, we should knowledgeable and updated sa tanan nga gakalatabot diri sa aton to examine empowering and transformative social work practice models. Service as a core value is reflected in the following words in PASWE, Code of Ethics. What is PASWE? PASWE means Philippine Association of Social Workers Incorporated. So the relative to clients. To uphold the basic human rights of clients and serve them without discrimination. Maserve kita sa aton ng clients without discrimination. Halimbawa, mga may diferensya abi sa panghambal ang imong client. Alangan irog-irogon mo mang iya nga panghambal, syempre discrimination na ina. So next is to accept primary responsibility and accountability to clients, respecting their rights to self-determination and observe confidentiality in all my dealings with them. Again naman naton ang mga words nga na sang first year pa ta. So to seek next is to seek out the marginalized and ensure equal access to the resources, services, and opportunities required to meet basic needs. To expand choice and opportunity for all persons with special regard for disadvantaged or oppressed groups of persons. The second core values of social work is social justice. First is what is justice? It is an impartiality, fairness, rightfulness, sound reason, the use of authority and powers to uphold what is right, just, or lawful. Um, all humans have the power and rights. So we have no right nga mag-discriminate sa aton nga isig katawo. Kay tanan ta may paninindigan. So social workers should pursue social change, particularly with and on behalf vulnerable and oppressed individual groups of people. Kita nga mga future social worker, kinanglan tagit nga sigihon ang pagbag-o sang isa ka komunidad o sang isa ka lipunan nga particular sa mga tawo nga naga-experience ang hindi nga maayo nga buluhaton. Social justice as a core value is also explicitly expressed in the Code of Ethics, pero wala ko na siya ginbutang di sa akon nga slides kay tungod same lang sila sang services. The third core values of social work is dignity and worth of the persons. Maghambal nga dignity, di ba, dignidad. So, it is the quality of being worthy and ang kalidad ng pagiging karapat-dapat sa pagpapahalaga o karangalan. So, the next one is worth. The quality of the person or thing that lends importance, value, merit, and etc. And that is measurable by the esteem in which the person or thing is held. So, worth amo na ang kalidad sang isa ka tawo nga gatao man sang halaga sa isa ka bagay. Kung tandaan ta sa aton nga mga previous lessons, ang ethical principles ng social work is every man has worth and dignity. So means, lahat tayo ay mahalaga at dignidad. We have no right nga pakawian ta ang aton nga isika tawo kay may halaga man na siya mo. In Article 26 of the Civil Code of the Philippines Republic Act 386 elaborates the concept of dignity. Every person shall respect the dignity, personality, privacy, and peace of mind of his neighbors and other persons. Diba? Habang kagina, we have no rights nga pakawian tang aton ni katawo. So the belief in human worth and dignity is the basis of social work's ultimate value of human self-realization. Halimbawa, ako ape, wala ko pala paligo. Balaan mo naging wala ko pala paligo kay malamig. Pakawian mo ko sa ibang nga tawo. No bala kundi ang akon nga dignidad ginuba mo kay nahuyan ko sa damo nga tawo. The fourth core values of social work is the importance of human relationship. Relationship means the state of being related, connection, a continuing attachment or association between persons. So, ang relationship gapakita how we communicate with our clients and how we socialize with our clients. So, a person or people are the concern or focus of social work, not object or things and people relate with people. So, ang aton nga sentro gid is ang aton nga client, not an object or iban nga bagay, kundi ang aton gid nga client. Alangan halimbawa nagkadto ka to sa imong nga client kay istoryahon mo siya. Ang imo nga pinamangkot, ti ano nga nagaguba kagabi mga amo na kundi sala na ang imong gid nga pamangkot nga una is ti kamusta ka muna ikamusta mo gid siya una.
Social functioning is what results from the interaction between the two forces, the individual's coping capacities and the demands of his situation or environment. So, si social functioning ang muna ang resulta how people interact with her environment. So, because the individual has to perform many different rules such as how a husband or father copes with his family situation is equals to social functioning.
Social functioning is what results from the interaction between the two forces, the individual's coping capacities and the demands of his situation or environment. So, si social functioning ang muna ang resulta how people interact with her environment. So, because the individual has to perform many different rules such as how a husband or father copes with his family situation is equals to social functioning. Halimbawa, bata nga nga kliyente. Sa balay sang bata, always lang gainaway ang nga parents. So, ang bata ga katubuan na sang trauma kay grabe gid maginaway ang nga parents. So, that's why hindi ka function nit mayad ang bata sa paghi-socialize sa ibang nga tawo. So, ang trauma is an example of social functioning. So, the fifth core values of social work is integrity. It is the quality or a state of being sound, moral principle, uprightness, honesty, and sincerity. So, in other past West Code of Ethics, the core value of integrity is explicit in the following words kaysa sa iban nga core values. So, the relative to self and the profession is to act at all times with honesty, openness, and transparency in all my professional transaction. Dapat ma-act kagid as maging honest kagid sa pag-atubang sa imong kliyente kang maging openness pala. To be vigilant and act to prevent the unauthorized and unqualified practice of social work. The next is ang relative to clients of integrity is explicitly expressed in the Code of Ethics, same lang as a service, ha? Services. So, the relative to colleague use is to bring any violation of professional ethics and standards to the attention of the appropriate bodies inside and outside the profession and ensure that relevant clients are properly involved. The example of integrity is, may client ka. Bali, yung client mo, nag-share kanimo ka problem na, din ikaw, gin-advisean mo man siya. Sa next month, daw ginkontra ka kay mga client, kay tungod daw, ikaw pa isa lang, ang ginambalan mo siya, nga mo na, layong gin-chismis ni ka sa iban nga tao. Dayon ikaw nga social worker, daw wala mo lang siya ginsapak. Pali yung mga gin-share na kanimo nga problems na, wala gid maging sugitan bisan isa. That's why, amo na ang kapakita sang maayo nga integrity. Last core values of social work is competence. Competence is the condition or quality of being competent, ability, or fitness. Competent means well qualified or capable. Kung competence, imo na nga abilidad bala. Alangan ma-apply ka to sa trabaho, kung ay ka man mo na nga abilidad, hindi kat competent sa mo na nga trabaho. In a professional helping relationship, the assumption is that the client engaged the helping person or agreed to the relationship on the belief that the professional person is competent to help him or her and has know-how to assist the client with his need or problem. So, the core value of competence is reflected in the preamble of PASPE, Code of Ethics. So, the relative to self and the profession is to conduct myself in a manner consistent with the philosophy, principles, values, and beliefs of social work profession. Second is constantly work towards my own principle advancement so as to contribute to the promotion of social work practice. So, to contribute and professional expertise to activities that promote respect for the integrity and competence of social workers. The next is to share knowledge and practice wisdom with colleagues and other professionals. To be vigilant and act to prevent the unauthorized and unqualified practice of social work, and to uphold and protect the dignity and integrity of the profession. So, the International Federation of Social Workers, in its International Declaration of the Ethical Principles of Social Work, states that social workers have the responsibility to devote objective and disciplined knowledge and skill to aid individuals, groups, communities, and societies in their development and resolution of personal societal conflicts and their consequences. Social workers are expected to provide the best possible assistance to anybody seeking their help and advice. So kita mga social workers, expected doon nga mag-provide sang best assistance to sa aton nga mga client. Dapat mapabag-o ta ang aton nga kliyente through our help and advice. That's all.